Where I am in life now and where I want to be in life in the future are two very far away places, and it's going to take plenty of time, commitment, and many correct decisions to get to that place. And every single day is part of the process. Every single day I sculpt myself closer and closer to that version of myself that I deem to be the best. And I was thinking today that where I am now is not where I wish to be in the future, in terms of body, mind, money, everything, what I deem to be important to me. But where I am now versus where I was a year ago. If you've watched some of my older videos and you've seen the absolutely huge me, the obese me, the fat me, the broke me, the in debt me, the difference between me and him is great. The difference between me and him is huge. And I would still be that person. I would still be that overweight, in debt, childish, immature version of myself that just wanted to slack off, smoke weed and drink. I would be that version of myself if it wasn't for one day. I don't even remember when that day was, but I do remember there was one day where I made the definite decision. I said, that is enough. I do not want to live this way any longer. I don't mean I was suicidal. I just meant I don't want to live the way that I am living any longer. I don't want to keep repeating the same day over and over. I don't want to keep this hedonistic lifestyle that is getting me nowhere. I don't want to keep that up. And if that day never happened, if I never made that decision, if I didn't make all of the decisions since then to keep going, and I didn't make the correct decisions to not overeat and to not overspend and to fix everything about myself, if I didn't do that, I would be the same, if not worse, than I was back then. And I had this vision yesterday night before I went to bed. It was almost like a nightmare that I was that person. I continued making the same decisions that I'd made that got me to where I was, if that makes sense. I continued living the way, I continued to get the same results because I continued to live the same way. I never changed. So I was the obese, broke guy. And he met me. And he was severely disappointed in himself because he realized that he could have become what I am now if he'd have just put the work in, if he'd have just made a decision. Thankfully, I am he. This sounds ridiculous, but what I'm trying to say is I could have two very different versions of reality if it wasn't for just one decision. One decision can change it all, and it is never too late. And by the way, it's October now, it's halfway through October. The year is coming to an end. This is where most people are slowing down. This is where most people want to change their life, but they think, oh, you know what? The New Year's around the corner. I'll do it on January 1st. I'll set a New Year's revolution. Next year is my year that I am going to change it all. That is a lot of people's mindsets. Well, what I would say to you if you are thinking that way is screw that. Start now. Start right now. Waiting for the 1st of January. What is so significant about the 1st of January? It's a made-up concept. It doesn't even exist. It only exists. The calendar is just made up. Well, it's basically made up. It's just a way for humans to record time. It's not significant. It doesn't mean that you can't start right now. Now is the perfect time to start. If you want to start going to the gym, getting in shape and getting money and getting out of debt, right now is the time to go full force. No point waiting for January. January's ages away. You've got plenty of time to get ahead right now. You can start today. I didn't make my decision on January 1st to change my life. I just picked any random day. It doesn't matter what day it is. You can just start now. If there's something you know you want to change about yourself, if there's a habit that you've got that you want to stop, if there's something that you don't have that you want, if there's a characteristic or a trait, you can start now, today. You just literally make the decision. It's just about making the right choice the majority of the time. If I have a piece of cake now, a slice of pizza and some ice cream, I'm not gonna be overweight or obese just through eating those three things this one time. I could make a mistake. I could slip up today, have a pizza. Obviously there's times where I include that sort of food. I don't never have that. Like if it's a special occasion or I just feel like it or it's been a long time, I can have that now. And it's not going to make me overweight and obese. It's just if you make that decision more often than not. If I made the decision more often than not to eat cake, ice cream and pizza, then I would have an overweight body. I would be obese. I wouldn't be particularly healthy. A lot of people slip up and they think, oh fuck, I've screwed it up now. That's something that you need to get out of your head. You've not screwed anything up. You've just had one minor thing. You don't have to give up the whole journey just because of one mistake. You keep going regardless. As long as you make the right decision 90% of the time. 10%, if you fuck up 10% of the time, that's fine. You see, a lot of people fuck up for that 10% of the time, and then they'll think, oh, I've ruined it all. Everything's gone to hell. May as well just go back to living the old way. And then they're eating pizza every single day. If you make a mistake, it doesn't matter, just keep going. So the two main takeaways for this video is, one, if you want to change your life, you can just make a decision and you can start today. You don't have to wait for New Year. You don't have to wait for this month, that month, whatever. You can start right now, today, make the decision in your mind. Okay, this is it. I'm getting my diet right. I'm sick of being overweight. I'm sick of being in debt. I'm gonna fix everything. And you can just literally do it. You can just fix it like that. It's so simplistic to begin. People overcomplicate it. They think it's too, they overthink about it. They think it's too much. They think it's too far of a journey. It's not. It's really, I'm here to tell you that it's easy. And I am only in the very, very beginning of this journey. Yes, I've improved a lot from what I was, but I've got a long way to go. So you might look at me and think, well, how can I have the audacity to say that it's easy? It just becomes easy. I'm not, like, when you first get into it, it might be a bit hard, there might be a bit of resistance, but as you get into it, it's your new lifestyle, it's your new life. It's not, you don't have to try any longer. It's just the way that you are now. So you'll train it into yourself. So the first takeaway was that you can start right now, you can start today, and you can just change your life based off one decision. And the second one was that as well. What I meant to say was the first one was that you can make a decision, and the second one is you can start today and you don't have to wait. Well, I messed it up, but that is the main takeaway from the video. So with that being said, my friends, I'll catch you on the next one.